Welcome to Marfoogle News. Run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. 1, 2.
All right, what is going on, guys? It is Adam, aka Marv, and this is Marfoogle News. Today is an unidentified, so remember, if this isn't your bag, well, go somewhere and grab a different bag. Again, you don't have to watch today. Today is specifically for the viewers that request over and over and over again for anything disclosure related. So again, this is going to be viewer submitted videos from my viewers. Again, that, you know, maybe sightings, maybe paranormal instances. So again, this is not your bag, then make sure to tune out right now. Again, just a reminder, nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone else on the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, this is a live show. Just to let you guys know, I am getting some sort of lung thing. I don't know what is going on. I lost my voice and then had some whatever. I hope, you know, obviously people are going to go, oh, hopefully it's not the, you know, I hope not either. But again, I don't think it's that. I think it's probably just just a lung sickness thing. So anyways, I'm going to keep it high and tight this show, so we're going to move along very quickly. We've got tons of videos to go to. We're going to take as many calls as we can. I'm going to keep this pretty short. I'm not going to do a shoutro. I will be shouting people out that did all the stuff yesterday. But again, I just don't think I can do the end part today. So again, thank you guys for being patient. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for helping us get through all of the crazy last 3 years. I really do think about it every day. So let me introduce Dex. Dex is my co-host / tech guy / internet brother. He has made sure that he is waiting. If you do end up calling 224-400 Marv, he's right there. Dex, how are you doing and what's going on?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. You know, this is my bag. I love this show. It's one everybody asked for it, so I don't know who doesn't want to see it. But man, I really love the Unidentified Fridays. It's always exciting and interesting to see what comes in.
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, there are some Christians. I have a good chunk of Christians in my audience, and they don't like UFOs.
I get that, but it's just what can be seen through the camera and what people capture.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's definitely interesting to see.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I understand too. Like that's the thing, because I am. I have always kept an open mind about this stuff, and there's a lot of really crazy stuff out there. One thing that this is mainly focused on, and for people to keep an open mind, is that this is viewer-submitted videos. So this is stuff that people are catching in the sky. So whether it's government, whether it is fallen angels, whether it is, you know, UFOs. UFOs, again, means unidentified. So again, that is something that I think of every time. But with all of the videos that are coming in, it's really hard to say that there's not something weird going up above us. So you guys know that.
I'm still waiting for the Bigfoot video. I'm sure a Foogle fan member out there can find it. And we'll get it in. I know we've talked about it before. We've had people call about them before, but I'm waiting for a new one. Well,
we had the one woman, Bigfoot Lady. Her screen name was Bigfoot Lady. Yeah. She sent me physical pictures of a Bigfoot sighting, and I actually thought it was pretty good. That I want to say she was in Washington. A lot of people come out here to go hunting. Anyways, so if you want to follow along, all of the videos are available to you. So if you go, oh, that looks like there's something done to it, you can go investigate for yourself. We actually make sure to back up everything that we do, even these more, you know, kind of off-the-wall shows. We back up the videos so you can see them yourself. If you go to our website, it's very easy to navigate. You go to Waiting on Hello, and then, of course, you had me at Disclosure, and you'll see that all of the videos are there available for you. So this is something that not many shows do. If you are new here, we make sure that every show is archived and you have all the videos there. We have a special video to show you because we did get permission from the owner of it. Of course, huge YouTuber let us use their asteroid size comparison. One thing that on a serious note, I do believe, and 100%, I believe that they are not telling us that something is coming our way. That is my belief. You are entitled to yours. That's how it's supposed to work. Pretty amazing stuff. Before we get started, too, I want you guys to know there is somebody that I think that is making a positive outcome out there. Make sure to check out Tom McDonald's new video, Clown World. The one before that was there was Fake Woke, and then there was, I'm trying to think of what the other one was. All three of the last three videos have been hits, I guess, and not only that, they've been trending, but they've been top of the iTunes. They topped every last Cardi B and radio artist, and guess what those songs are saying? Those songs are saying and communicating messages that basically are not available anywhere else. He said things in those songs that are not even communicable on any channel anywhere. But when you put music behind truth, it's incredible. I don't know how, because you know how people argue that, 6ix9ine and all these artists can say whatever, talk about bang bang and this and that and all that, and they'll get, premium ads. They'll get put up in, Toyota ads on their thing and pushed up and put front and center at the, New York stage. Like take, for example, I don't hate on Post Malone, but the guy, his New Year's Eve kind of just, it looked like he was wasted. And that's an example for all these kids. People talk about the president being an example for kids and stuff like that. Totally understand that. But so are musicians. And, Post Malone going around there basically showing everybody he's just wasted. He literally went off stage and was drinking and just falling over the place. That's what kids look up to. Kids look up to this tatted face, just rock style life. And there's always been rock stars, but this is going deep and going public about it and bragging about it. Like, I do this and I do that. That performance, that was a weird one on top of that, but I won't get into that. But again, there's an example to be set. Here's the real kicker here. When Tom McDonald gets to the top of iTunes and Cardi B and all of them are below, they're looking up at him and they're going, okay, so that's literally blowing us out of the water. We need to do more songs like that. And I don't care if these Cardi B's or whatever do fake. If they're going to say the real truth in their message and get it out there, then hopefully they will look up to that and go to their manager and go, we're falling behind this guy on YouTube. Maybe we should start doing music like this, and it will start other people. Burden World did a song right behind it. Just fire in it, just truth and truth and truth. And guess what? He ranked for the first time in his life on iTunes. That's good. That's a good thing for all of us, that it's not just this mainstream talking about Xanax and all this crap. So check out Tom McDonald. I support it because he is putting a message behind it, and it's actually getting somewhere. So don't know if you guys agree. Zippy Moons, my internet is super sketchy tonight. I'll catch a replay. Love you guys. Zippy Moons, no problem. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mr. Pilsner King, thank you for subscribing. Regina Pattern, thank you. Haunted Doll, you said something before we left. Was there maybe something in Gina's contract about upholding a certain standard? It could be less about partisanship and more about the studio's image, talking about Gina getting fired. And then it says they used to force to marry starlets. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Basically saying it's not about this or that side. I don't know. It could be. You are right though. They'll take somebody out of Disney World that has had a heart attack and put them in the parking lots to say that no one's ever perished in Disney World. So yeah, they do a lot of weird stuff. All right, and then let's see here. We're going to go into this. The phone number is 22440 Marf. We might just take a couple calls today. I don't know. And then I caught this on my Ring doorbell cam a few minutes after the car passes. Look to the right side on the ground. There's something traveling at a rate of speed. I have no idea what it was. I don't know if I'll be able to see this. Hold on. Let me see if I can, if this will play like this. Okay, it does. Cool. And I'll show you the channel that this is from. This is a viewer submitted video. Oh, weird. Okay, so I think they're talking about right here. It travels horizontally. Just want to make sure it's only 50 seconds long. Make sure that that's the right one. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's right here. And there's something that jets across. It's pretty clearly visible, too. What do you guys think? You can comment below. Do you think it's something strange or something normal? Press 1 for strange, 2 for normal. If you're in the replay, type in ring.com in the comments. Strange or normal? I'll be looking at them after the show. So that was sent in. Let me get the name of that. Dex, I don't actually see a name on there. Yeah, in fact, there's no name before that. So if we could, just so we can give credit to where credit is due, I'll start.
Let me go look it up. I'm sorry. It's usually a YouTube video, and this time it wasn't. So. Oh,
no worries. And then we have La Serena Lynn. This is behind their house, behind my backyard. And I believe this is a slightly better version. It's over the water, and it's some sort of like weird set of lights. What's really weird is it kind of morphs. It's like it's morphing. But the video is so grainy, I really can't tell. This actually, I believe what happened here is that she sent in a better lit quality video so you could see better. This was actually 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was so, look at that. It almost looks like a fish. Like it was in the shape of a fish there. I think what happened is she sent in, instead of the video of a video, she sent in the actual video. You can go and check this out at La Serena Lynn. Just make sure to subscribe while I'm there. And you can actually go hover over this and then subscribe that way. We made it extremely easy for you guys to go over and love Mob. And then, of course, it says, I'm sending this into the hopes that somebody can possibly edit the video and make it more clear to determine if this is multiple craft or just one large craft. This was recorded on my Google Pixel 3 XL at approximately 5 a.m. on the 18th of February. As I was exiting my car to open the gate of my property, I happened to look up and see this large, slow-moving object surrounded by lights. At first, I thought that it was several craft in a line. It says, but they were way too close to be multiple objects. I am now convinced it may have been one very large craft, probably 100 feet in width or more. It is extremely dark in the desert where I live because there are very few houses and no street lights, etc. Most of the properties are separated into 5-acre lots. You can see a silhouette of my neighbor's house in the bottom of the video as it appeared to be almost directly over his house. So this is an MP4 sent in. Let's see here. Okay. Wait a second. Okay, so you can see the shadow down below. This is up in the sky. I would guess that this is Starlink, but that's pretty weird. I still have not seen this in person. And they say that they're going to do an entire grid. What is our nighttime sky going to look like? That's what I want to ask. This is what I don't get. This is seriously like what we I think, what if you didn't know about Starlink and you saw that? I would freak out. Honestly, that looks like some sort of intergalactic highway up there. That is freaky. I'm guessing that it is Starlink, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I would say press 1 for unidentified and 2 for Starlink. I think those are 2 good options. And then we also don't have...
This person wanted to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Specifically. The person before with the link on the Ring Central, not Ring Central, Ring doorbell was Khadidra 1. Sorry.
Khadidra 1. All right. Thank you, Khadidra. Thank you for submitting your video. And then we have... Watching the sky in March of 2019, I was watching the sun when it started to bleed out on one side and expanded and got noticeably brighter and got huge. So this is more of a sun video. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of. Unfortunately, you would not, unless you were videotaping the video. I see. This looks like they're videotaping their security camera. Like they're videotaping their TV. The only thing that, because the cameras can change. The cameras can change. What do you call it? White balance. Or not even white balance. They can change their exposure, their ISO, and their tiny sensors. I just wonder if a cloud came from under it. I don't know, but it's huge. It just went totally different. If this was a DSLR and you were behind it and no settings changed, then that would be, you would have to have a camera behind it to then show that the settings haven't changed. This looks like, so this is like a cell phone now. So, okay, so it is on a cell phone, which is a tiny sensor. The only thing on the bad side of this is to, if this is, well, this is just assuming everything is correct and filmed in the exact same way. I don't know how that would happen. I wonder if that would be like a sun kind of like a solar kind of burst, right?
Well, yeah, the first thing that came to my mind after you've talked a little bit about it is, can clouds or layers of clouds create some sort of lensing type effect of the sun? I don't know. I don't know enough about photography and how that works. I know I've seen the brighter bursts and the change in the sun, and I know a lot of people have captured that. And we've seen it before, so it's kind of an interesting thing.
The thing is, I try to look at like a, devil's advocate, looking at it from the other side. What would a critic say? Look at how it pulses, though, and that's really creepy, right? But I would say, what the naysayers would say is, are you adjusting your settings, your exposure? And I'm not saying you are. Estafo Cornelius Federico, if you are not adjusting your settings, then that's creepy. But
does the camera do it on its own?
That's right? What I don't know. If it's depending on what cell phone it is. I guess on this one you would need to know how to repeat it or not repeat it, and what kind of cell phone is it? Does it have a system where it automatically tries to do like HDR, high dynamic range, where if it's too bright, it tries to, computationally, make the sky visible. But this would be doing the opposite. It would be doing the complete opposite. It would be blowing out the entire sky. It's definitely weird. Again, if you hover over all of the icons, you'll see their channel, and you can go over and subscribe, which I'm going to do right now. The thing is, if it was a DSLR, I would never point my DSLR at the sun for this long. So you couldn't really do that. I would point my cell phone at the sun, but I wouldn't point my DSLR just because the sensor would burn. It would burn a hole in it. But that's this one says, it's not my video, but I randomly found it on YouTube and thought I would share it with the fam. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at here. It says this happened in Germany. A strange light lifts up an 18-wheeler and takes its cargo. It's like an alien. What the heck? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I wonder how many weird things are caught just every day that don't ever get noticed. That's at half speed. This is Audio Skywatcher. Make sure to go check them out over on YouTube. Good video. And then we have Huge Sun Halo, Hopkinson. I'm also going to go check over on D-Live. Thank you, guys. Thank you, C-Dub5150. Hello from Bullhead City. Love my favorite news show, Marfoogle News. Thank you. Kirkston, who saw this? Of course, sharing a link with others. And then we've got Trinity, 100-Year Portal UFO connection on YouTube. Hopefully, you'll wait until after the show to go check those out. And then we've got Christine, 1980. Thank you for everything you do and keeping myself and my family informed. Kimberly Clemens, thank you. Says, hope you feel better. Trinity says, thank you. Lou Rock says, fire. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then, of course, Army Gina, miss you to me. Voss Shadow, Dixie Doe. Geisy is in the house. What is going on? Texas Ann. How are you guys doing? And then we've got Jeannie F. Chandler, Kristen Marie, Zach BOP, Empress 46. Thank you all for showing up today. All right, and then let's see here. Let's go back to this. This is a huge sun halo sent in by Hopkinson. Make sure to subscribe there. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That was almost like an old movie. It like had a couple black dots just kind of pop up. What the heck? See that? Like old school film, how there would just be random little dots, like Fight Club, little ring in the corner. If you've never seen it, if you've seen a sun halo or a sun dog in person, they're pretty trippy. Nice video, Hopkinson. I appreciate that. Thank you for the submission. And then let's see here. And just a quick thank you. During the replay yesterday, Jacqueline L. went over to PayPal. Thanks for telling the truth. Thank you, Jacqueline L. I really do appreciate that. And so did Nettie2550. Says, love your show. I'm a devoted fan from upstate. Well, hey, nice to meet you, Nettie. 2550, and thank you. That was from upstate New York, and watch every show on D-Live replay. That is awesome. You even do the D-Lives replay so you can catch the shoutro. That's really cool. James W., thank you again for going over there as well. Thanks again, guys. Right now we're building, and we are about to expand and bring more people on. So thank you. That support is really appreciated. The Foogle fam needs to have a place where we can have groups again. We need to basically have those state groups. That was a big deal. That was a big deal. We still can talk to lawyers about that. They gave us no real reason for what they did. They gave us, just a total BS thing, and we might have a chance to get something going there. So thank you all for supporting us through just this last 6 months. Has been really rough. So thank you. That made a huge impact. It really hurt us. And then let's see here. We've got Survival Living. This is one of our friends. He's honestly a great guy. He's a great channel. Go ahead.
He's actually on the phone.
Okay, perfect. Let's get him on.
It's perfect timing.
I'm glad he called in. All right, let's get Survival Living, aka Central Florida Prepper. And let's talk about.
Hey, Marv, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on? So, what's this video about?
That video there, man. The wife and I took a vacation back in 2019 to St. Augustine down here in Florida, and we were at the Lightner Museum. We took one of those little paranormal walk-around tours, and you pay them money, and they show you the sights, and you don't ever see anything. Afterwards, we went back and did our own thing, and that's in the Lightner Museum. We started taking photos. I did timestamp it for you. It should be around 5 minutes and 51 seconds, I believe it is, or 5 minutes and 41 seconds. That there, we're looking into this hallway, and I took multiple shots with my cell phone, one right after the other. And at first, the hallway, there's nothing there in the corner where the hallway starts on the left, and then you start seeing photo of a fog coming in. And the fog is so dense, it actually breaks up the floor where the floor meets the wall in the left-hand corner of that wall. And I went ahead and tried playing with the lighting, trying to make the contrast more so you can see it better throughout the rest of the video. I started changing the settings a little bit, try to bring it out more. But yeah, I mean, we couldn't even see that until we reviewed all of our footage.
And what was that timestamp again? You said 5. Oh, wait, never mind.
5 minutes in, 41.
I got it. So you actually freeze frame it right here. Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, all these were still shots, and I kind of like collaged them together to begin with, kind of show you a little bit, and then I blew it up a little bit, and I started changing the settings with the same photo. Further into the video, I just started backing them all up to different settings, trying to pull the contrast out more. But we couldn't see it with our own eyes. It wasn't until we reviewed our footage that we actually come across it. But dude, that place there, that museum, they got human hair on display. And if you're into that type of paranormal things and stuff like that, me personally, I do believe in it. And if you got human remains laying around, not really a good idea. But yeah, that museum is full of it.
It looks like there's a baby. It almost looks like there's a little baby.
I'm not sure what it is. Yeah. Now the story behind that, there's a swimming pool down in the basement of the Lightner Museum. It used to be something else. Oh, sorry, my wife was telling me. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was. Anyway, she's the expert on it. So now they turned the swimming pool into a restaurant. And when it was a swimming pool, a little girl had drowned in that swimming pool.
Whoa, I didn't.
So a lot of people say it looks like a small child, but that's the history of that area.
That's creepy. I could see it on my screen. It looks like a little kid. That is really creepy. Not knowing.
Usually I just do prepping videos, but we had that in our files, and I'm like, since Adam's doing the UFOs and the paranormal thing on Fridays, let me go and shoot this over to him and see what he thinks, because since we took the photo and we were in the area, we're kind of biased in what we're seeing.
Well,
having fresh eyes is always a cool thing to have.
No, one of the shots looks like a little baby leg, and then like almost going like this on the wall. I guess you have to look at multiple pictures.
How dense that smoke or fog or whatever that material is, it just breaks up where that floor meets that wall, and that's what drew my attention to the photo first.
Yeah, you can't see the line of the. You can't even see where the line of that other hallway is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's spooky.
Unfortunately, though, we didn't see it with our own eyes. Unfortunately, that was picked up on that cell phone when we were taking the multiple shots. But yeah, I mean, St. Augustine is one really haunted city. There's all kind of we did the tour, and then we did our own tour, and there's a spot there with the archway where they had bodies buried and had to put them back due to historic value. And yeah, it's a very uneasy feeling in that city. It really is. That's where they got the old Spanish fort and stuff.
Well, that is extremely creepy. Well, thank you for sharing with us. And I would love if we had more videos like that. Go ahead.
Before I get off here, whenever you have time, and I know you are busy, trust me, I do understand, stop on into the channel. I got a little UFO video there for you. I was practicing how to do that split screen. We take your shot of yourself and then interview yourself. So we're interviewing an alien named Jim. So every once in a while I do a little comedy there. So I figured you might get a kick out of that one.
Oh, no, I will definitely check it out. Anything, I'll support you in any way possible. You have been there since the beginning. You have never been negative to anybody. I've never seen a single negative thing said about anybody from you. That's what I really appreciate. So thank you so much for coming by.
Because everyone likes my sideburns.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody can hate you because of your sideburns. Well, thank you. Hey, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to hang out sometime. You need to. If I'm over there or you're over here, we need to kick it. Okay.
All right, definitely sounds good, brother. You take care.
You have a good night. Central Florida Prepper, thank you so much. Martin Benjamin, Tom is an awesome artist. Glad to make the live show again. Hope everyone is having a great day. Another great show from Marf and Dex. By the way, we are going to be doing a couple earlier shows a week, 3 o'clock, normal shows with normal news, more of the hard-hitting kind of stuff. And then Sheila Fetzer, whoa! Is that correct? Sheila, if that was an accident, let me know. Did a $50 super chat. Thank you. That is appreciated. Seriously, we have had, just a really rough time behind the scenes. So thank you, Sheila. That is super, super awesome. 11 Pagan 11 says, love Tom. Thanks for all you do, Adam and crew. Wish I could do more. You don't have to do anything, 11. And then thank you so much for your support either way. I hope you guys, I know that you and my wife have been chatting. I love that the Foogle fam needs to stay close. We need to get people back together. I'm actually missing some of the people. I know that people have life things going on, but I do feel like we need to get that Foogle fam love going back together. Global Witness. We need to get the small creators going. You guys need to start making videos and not give up. Global Witness. Marfoogle as a guest on my small channel of 75,000. Global Witness. Oh, I don't consider that small, Global Witness. I consider that a large channel. But yeah, I would be happy to. Bryant Parrish, New North Carolina. And actually, so I'm trying to think. It was Jacob Israel that told me that you said, what's up? I'm sorry, I've been super busy. We're building a platform right now. I've even had problems getting back to Jacob, so I'm sorry. And then Kim Brower, thank you so much. Let's see here. Eric, the original copper-colored Anuea Maze. Thank you. Says, great job, Adam and Dex. And again, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I'm glad you're on earlier today. Praise God. And then Rebecca Hole, thank you, Marv and Mods, for keeping us informed. Always love the shows. Today's show is not like a everybody kind of show, but I do appreciate that, if you don't like this kind of show, it's not required to watch. That's how things should work. Truthers should know that. We should have the freedom to talk about whatever we want. Unfortunately, that's what's changing. And then we have another video. We actually got permission to use this. I want to kind of show you this video that has a comparison here. This is pretty trip. This is Metaball Studios, and they were so nice enough to actually let us play this. But this has a super in-depth comparison to size of some of these asteroids, their name, and then how big they are compared to different objects. So I believe that there's going to be a couple good ones in here. So let's see here. Check that out. So that is Apophis. Okay, so just want to pause it right here. So this is Apophis. This is the potential world-altering asteroid that they said was originally had a really good chance of actually hitting us. And then all of a sudden they changed it. They said, no, we've redone the numbers and it's going to come close, but it's not going to hit us. They have it in 2029, 2036. The one thing that I ask is, why is there so much weird stuff going on? I think that anybody that's logical looks at what is going on with asteroids and space, Space Force, Hayabusa, you've got the Bennu missions, you've got DART, D-A-R-T, these direct, basically, impactors. They are seriously going into asteroid defense. And not only that, elites, and by elites, I mean the super rich, are actually starting groups like Asgardia. They are actually doing things like Asgardia, where they are starting a nation in space. And it might look like a joke from the bottom, kind of end of it. Oh, you can get a little certificate and be a part of Asgardia, right? Even the name Asgardia is straight out of like Thor or something, right? But on the top end, they are actually doing the legal steps to make it an actual nation in space. They are actually going through, all of the legal measures they need to live in space and to have this whole kind of hierarchy in space. So why are they doing that? And then on the lower end, you pay whatever amount and you're a member, right? That's like paying $60 and you own a star and it's named after you, right? That's not real, right? It's like a souvenir kind of gift. Same with the lower end. On the upper end, they're spending millions and millions of dollars, billions possibly, to line this up for the future. Because guess what? The future is supposedly Mars. We're talking about Elon Musk, who is a government-supported company with SpaceX, is talking about sending 1 million people in the next 10 years to Mars. Whether you believe it or not, that's fine. But something is going on, and that's my opinion, and everybody is entitled to their own. And then now we've talked to someone who works at basically does all the auditing for FEMA and other agencies. Across their desk came huge amounts of money. So they have to look at it and make sure that it's correct, that there's no fishy business. They looked and saw that they're putting huge money into debris cleanup from space. A Class 2 gas giant was mentioned. Who knows what the heck that is? This person was verified. We vetted them thoroughly. We have no reason to say otherwise. They were 100% who they said they were. They had a position of respect. They had a position of power. So why would they say that? Nobody's covering this except for us. There are a few others that do agree with us. So this is Apophis. And if Apophis was to hit us, would they tell us? Absolutely not. It seems like 2029, it's like in 2021, it was 2019 when they were like, we've got 10 years. And this is what Elon wants to do, is get 1 million people to Mars. Why? Is it necessary? This is an awesome video. This guy is such a talented graphic artist. This is Apophis. Just to put it into perspective, that's a little bit bigger than the Eiffel Tower there. But then, of course, you've got Hermes. You've got 1950 DA. Insane.
So
right?
Apophis alone, right, Adam?
Yeah.
It alone, I want to say it was, I just looked it up, 880 million tons if it hit. That would be the equivalent of TNT. That's how much damage that little, and when I say little, I mean it's big because that's the World Trade Center, right? Or what do they call it? Not World, but the new one. But anyway, that building.
Yeah, the Freedom Tower.
Right? Freedom Tower, thank you.
Yeah.
That's just something that small in relative comparison to the size of, say, Earth as a whole would do that much damage. That's a lot. And I know that's sort of, like, on one hand you can go, oh, that's big because if you're standing next to it, it's huge. But when you zoom out of it, it's actually relatively small.
Look at this, Pantheon. So imagine trying to get these to go off course. If you were in the, I mean, even bigger. Look at that. Eros. This Eros one, this is like the ones out of the kind of movies, you know, the Greenland, where you actually see that impact of just it hitting. And wait a second, I think. Did they have the? That is so crazy. So remember, the down here is Apophis, and that's enough to do serious damage all over the world. These are like moons. They're getting up to the point of moons, right? Eugenia, Massalia, Sylvia. These are all known asteroids. Europa. Isn't that weird? It's called Europa, and I mean, it's like a mini planet. Look at Europa. It's super round. They must have named that because of that. Hygeia, two Palas. What a cool way. And this is all accurate. This is all accurate scale to Ceres. Now, I believe Ceres is the moon of... Can you look up what moon Ceres is? Ceres is the moon of, I want to say Saturn or Jupiter. Something like that. What a trip. What a great video. You guys make sure to go over and say hi and say thank you so much for the use of your video. Metaball Studios, great guys. And very, very kind of them to let us use that with permission.
Ceres is the smallest dwarf planet, so therefore, if it's not a planet, I guess it's a dwarf planet. And borderlines being an asteroid, it's also the closest one to the sun.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, thank you.
It is both the largest of the asteroids and the only dwarf planet inside Neptune's orbit.
Wow, what a trip! Now, just to remind you guys, today's episode was brought to you by NordVPN. Use the special code Marfoogle to get 70% off. Not only are you going to save money, but you're going to help the show in the process. You save money, and a small commission of that goes to us. Instead of you just getting, going over to some big company and they just pile it into their pile of gold. This would help out just a tiny bit, and it helps you out a whole lot. But with 70% off on a 3-year plan, go to marfooglenews.com/VPN. Again, that's really appreciated that you guys do that, and it's one of the highest rated companies as far as virtual private networks in the world. Thank you. Friend of Bacon, thank you for the fam. Lisa7227722, thank you. Kelly2334, glad to make your live stream. Thank you, Kelly. And it's nice to see you again. I know everybody's busy right now. Mama of 6, Iggy Mom, Matrix 45, Gas Electric. We've got Hopkinson, Friend of Bacon, Dixie Doe. Thank you for your support yesterday. And then Annette LaPow, Philbilly X. We've got Jester 1330. Big shout out to Jason78, Gone Girl 777. Thank you, and thank you. 3 sevens for each. Thank you. We've got Durius, Green Aced, lots of new followers. Thank you guys for following over on DLive. If you have not joined us on DLive, usually if the show goes over 2 hours on YouTube, if you haven't followed on DLive, it always goes the full length of the show. And then Cynthia Lynn, thank you. Stewie, all of you guys, awesome. That is all of the viewer-submitted videos, and that is pretty much the entire show.
Adam, there was one more thing in the
screener. So we're gonna grab one more phone call, and then we're gonna be out of here. Okay. So Mary, first time caller, experience with a ghost and a near death experience, and then Carol Palmer. Thank you so much. Sorry I haven't been around. Husband passed away last month. I'm so sorry, Carol. That's horrible.
Hi.
Hello, Carol. Email me, please.
Hi. No,
all right.
This
What's
is
going
Mary.
on? I know, Mary. I was talking to somebody who just sent a message who's been around here for 3 years.
Oh.
So, anyways, Mary, first time call. What's going on?
Well, Adam, thank you very much for being such a good inspiration. Thank you for Dex, such hard workers. And I want to make it short and sweet, but at the same time, I was listening to you talk about the planets and all that. And I know eventually something's going to get us, okay? Life is short. And I would say, I hope that not everybody panics. I'm almost like a realist, and I've been through the near-death experience. I've had a lot of experiences in my life. But there was a guy that was talking a while ago, and he was saying he went to the houses. There was a child that died that was in the swimming pool. And so I've had the death experience where I went to heaven, and the portion of what I saw when I was in that car wreck, my spirit came out, and my body was on the street. The ambulance people, the emergency people put me on the street, and I was looking at her, and I was no longer me. I was looking at her body, and I was saying, I wonder what they're doing to her. They were working so fast on my physical body. And so I kept on looking up to the tunnel that was getting smaller and smaller. I couldn't get in there. And I said, well, I don't have a choice to go there because it's just getting too small. And then I said, if I stay in this place, I will be roaming like a ghost. I was aware that I was going to be like a ghost, or I had a choice to go back to that body. And so the ambulance was 30 feet away, and I saw them curving, and I said, oh, I want to be with her. And so I disappeared from that spot of the car to the back of the ambulance. They could not hear me. I was yelling and calling them out, please, hey, I'm here. They didn't know that I was there. I was just watching. So I decided that I was going to go back into her. I swung my arms around like a tornado. I went like 30 feet up and went through the metal. Now, we have a body, a soul, and a spirit. My body was on the gurney. My soul, they call it the awareness or intelligence. Okay, so my body and my soul were on the gurney, and I was watching my spirit come back into my body. And it's like a glove. It's big. It's like a glove. It's like protecting us. And then I go, wow, because it was settling into my body. And as soon as I touched my body, I lost my left eye, mind you, but I still saw the guy that was working on me. He put the defibrillator. And as soon as he put that defibrillator on me, he connected my body, soul, and spirit all together because we're made out of electricity. But I was thinking about that little child. That little child must have not wanted to stay home, wanted to stay maybe with mom and daddy and couldn't, and stayed in that realm. So my car accident was around 45 years ago. I was 21 years old. And I don't want to drag it out, but I'm just saying that when people say, oh, there's a ghost, basically they didn't go to where they were supposed to go. I could have gone to heaven, but I knew I had work to do. I could have been roaming on that street, scaring people on the highway. It was a head-on collision, and it was a drunk driver that came, and he fell asleep, and he died. And my head was as big as a basketball. I said I was never going to walk again, that my nose was cut off. And even now, I'm in the hospital today. I'm in the hospital, and they just fixed my leg after 45 years. My legs are even. I was 3 inches long on one side and 3 inches short. But all in all, back to the thing, the realistic thing is that when we die, either we go to heaven or we decide where to stay. And ghosts are really not that bad. If I end up seeing a ghost, I pass by cemeteries, and my ears start ringing because I have some kind of relations with them. But anyway, that's about it.
And you said you lost your eye from that accident, and it's now been 45 years.
I lost a lot. I lost a lot. I mean, my head was as big as a basketball. My nose was reconstructed. My left eye and the whole orbit down to my jawbone was all crushed. My jaws were unhinged, and basically, imagine just getting a pan and slapping my face with a pan, but I mean hard. Now, I had a 1965 Ford Galaxy. What was left of that was only the trunk. And then when they went to get me out, they couldn't get me out because the motor was on my lap. So they cut from my knee down the skin and the motor. So that's why I was I heard them say, she's going into shock. And when I heard them say that, and I split. It was cool that I was just like, whoa, I'm actually, and I was surrounded with a green light, beautiful emerald green light, but I could see through the green light. And, it was just gorgeous. It was just beautiful. But then I no longer knew that was me. I kept on saying, what are they doing to her? And I didn't know. I think I get it. And when I saw I saw them take my physical body over there, I said, I better go with her. You know, I didn't know who she was at all. So I think that death is not painful. Whatever happens in the future for all of us, we don't know. But if an asteroid comes and hits us, I hope that we don't feel it, because it's going to be so fast that we're going to see it, but it's going to be too late. But the Lord says in the Bible that it's going to be, the earth is going to be taken by fire and brimstone. And I could get on another subject, but if you can remember other views, research the eclipse 2017. I got every single state, and I got their definitions, and everything on the definitions I've come up what has already happened in just recently. Everything is just telling me. It's like a judgment, but it's like a forecast. They say, okay, this is going to happen to Oregon State. Now there's 7 Salems also. Salem stands for Jerusalem. And so the United States is going to have judgment because of all the other stuff that's happening, because of the actions of the people. The Lord is not going to allow that, especially with the children. And
so
I don't want to get onto another subject.
Well, no,
I really do appreciate y'all.
I think I'll just say this right now. I think that there's probably people who would love for you to call back again, and I would love to meet up again. How about you call in again, and we work something out? Can we? Okay. Can we save your contact information?
Oh, definitely.
I think it's fascinating.
You can call me anytime. I have so many experiences throughout my life.
Sounds like
I went to heaven. I've seen the grays. I've seen the lizards, the reptilians, and because I died and went to heaven, I can see them. They cannot disguise from me. And I go. So
it really does sound like
people that have.
We need to have you back on. There are already people on both platforms saying I would love to hear more. That would be a great reason for them to come check back in as well. Also, I would love to.
I could definitely write a book.
I am so amazed by your life story and when you were 21, just a young woman, to have that happen. You must be one of the strongest people that you know. So I really am just amazed.
You know, I'm so grateful because I even met the Lord. But like I said, I want to make it long. But look, 45 years ago, I kept on saying 43, but 45 years ago, I broke my leg severely. They said I was never going to walk again. My rib cage was smashed. There's some other things they found out that I have. But anyway, to make a long story short, it took 45 years to get my legs straight back. What I lost then, I'm getting it all back as an older lady. I'm 65 years old. And it's amazing. I am just so blessed. And I love to, if I can stay awake, because I since I had the TV, and I had the hip surgery to straighten me out. Then they had to straighten me out again, and then in the meanwhile, I had the CV, and I thought I was going to die, and I was freaking out again. I said, "You shouldn't freak out, because everything is in the Lord's hands. Everything." So anyway, I'll be quiet, and I really thank you for being such a good inspiration. I love your show. I wish I could send you $1 million, because I can, because I'm on a budget, but I really do appreciate both of you and all the people that work with you. Well, the Lord is going to bless you tremendously.
Well, I feel just being here, I think he has. Well, Mary, thank you so much. And I would love to continue this with you. From Mary from Alabama. Yeah. All right. God bless you. And I hope you're
Mary Helen Medina. So. Mm-hmm.
I hope your leg gets better right away. Okay. And we're all praying for you.
Yeah. They said I can't walk on it for a month. So I don't know, but it's all good. Okay. So thank you so much.
All right,
and
Mary.
Feel free to call me. You have my number and everything else. Okay.
All right. Have a good day, Mary. What a sweet lady. I already saw a lot of comments saying I want to hear from her again. That's a great thing too. There's a lot of people that we can have back. We can have back for further shows. Lisa K23, sorry I was in Apple ID timeout. Love this show. Oh, I don't know about that. That's crazy. Miss Marv, my wife is here. Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for what you guys do, Black Lab. I won't say that's a pretty clever name, but I think the algorithm will grab the rest of that. Hello, glad to make your live stream. That's seriously, thank you guys, Scooby Doo Right, and everybody else that supported. By the way, Pam, thank you, Pam B, for going over to PayPal and doing a $3 donation. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then if you do end up doing that during the replay, it ends up on the next show. Thank you so much, everybody. That is again not required. By the way, if you are not getting notifications, a reminder has been up the entire time almost. Remember, go to marfooglenews.com. You can find all of the videos from today. You can find all of the links. Everything is on there. Plus, you can sign up for our email alerts. Email alerts is important. So, like what she said, is that we don't have to worry. If it hits us, we're done. My big thing is that I know that it's coming, and they're not going to warn us. What really kind of makes me angry is that some people do have warning, but we don't. And if we do give warning and tell people, we get in trouble for it. And I think we're all, I think we should be given a choice of where we want to go, But if we're not, then, that's just something you have to accept. And, yes, she was precious. KD game, and I'm sorry she's in the hospital right now. There's so much crazy stuff going on right now. But be blessed that you're, I'm here. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for my 4 children. I'm grateful for my 3 cute little daughters. I'm grateful for my new son. I'm just grateful for everybody. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for everything. So thank you guys for coming today. God bless all of you, and you guys have a good night. I'm not going to be doing a shout out. My lungs are killing me. It's actually been kind of a painful thing to do today's show. I may do just a hangout on D Live tomorrow. I appreciate you, Lisa Renee, Smoke and Mirrors, Trinity, Dance Weird, Rhonda Clark, Mike Hurdle, Kev Backwoods, all of you guys. Have a great night. Dex, thank you for all of your help today. I appreciate you.
Great show, brother. Hope you're feeling better soon.
All right, thank you. And the end is near. Thank you for the ice creams, and thank you for everybody that went over and supported on D Live. All right, you guys, have a great night. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out. Don't know why I was on that for the longest time.
Welcome to Marfoogle News.
Welcome to Marfoogle News. Got no mode on. Gonna go on Asteroids, you. girl, veteran Steve, thank you. Venus, Leon, Dixie, Doe, and Misty. Matrix 45, thank you so much for being number one support today. Trinity Red Pill, you don't even need to be on that list to get a shout out. Thank you so much for being number two. Kelly 2334, thank you so much. Christine 1980, Army Gina, thank you. PMC 2020, Jeff and Lori, Black Labs, Matter, and of course, Friend of Bacon. Cool Mom Blue, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful night. Matrix. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Marfoogle News, where are you? Only news I use. Marfoogle News, Marfoogle News, where are you? Only news I use.